Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is Anita. For the new subscribers, Karibuni sana. I'm so excited to have you here in this space. It's all about positivity. We're just talking about positive things, sharing knowledge about things and spreading positive energy. So I hope you enjoy yourselves here. Invite your friends, invite your families, because we're going to be talking about important things, right? And no trolling, no trolling, by the way. So let's enjoy ourselves. And the topic for today is going to be a continuation of the last video, more like a continuation because I had promised to talk about sexual abuse, especially in children. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to discuss it because it's something very important. So stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to just share a few skills that can help children prevent being in situations of sexual abuse. So these are not absolute points, I must say, but it's just sharing knowledge, and knowledge is power. And some of these things, I'm sure if you discuss with your children, if you share with your children, they will definitely help in preventing them being in situations of sexual abuse or how to get themselves from such situations. So stay tuned. I wrote a few points on these sticky notes, guys. It's called being organized. Yeah, so I'm going to start sharing immediately, and I hope this really helps. I like to see your comments, on the comment section. Tell me what you think. If you have additional points, just let me know. All right, so we start. Number one, talk about parts properly. I mentioned this in my previous video, and I said you need to talk about these parts properly. Mention them by name. Don't give them fancy names. Don't give fancy names. Call a vagina a vagina. Call a penis a penis. When you're teaching your children about private parts, let them know this is a vagina, this is a penis. Don't tell them this is a kitty, this is a cookie. No, let them know so that when there's a problem, you can help them and they can understand. You can understand. Well, probably they're reporting to someone else other than you. They can understand what exactly is going on. And this comes from a story that happened some time ago. A young girl was being sexually abused by the uncle, and then she felt it very important. Of course, she was feeling confident enough to go and report it to her class teacher, because most children don't actually have the confidence because the perpetrators instill fear in them. So she went and reported this, and she was saying, I gave my uncle my cookie. My uncle came, he asked for my cookie, and he ate my cookie. So, because the teacher could not understand what the child was trying to say, she said, oh, that's really nice. It's good to share. The next time your uncle comes, share cookie with him again, because sharing is caring. So, this child was obviously not helped. It is much later that they discovered what was going on. And it's very sad actually, because you can imagine it's her caregivers who told her this is a cookie. It's not a cookie, guys. Cookie is a snack. And I know there are people who are called snacks these days, and that's okay. But when talking to children, it's good to tell them this is a vagina and this is a penis. Let them know. Don't hide facts from them. Don't hide these names from them. All right. Number two, teach them that some body parts are private. Okay? So, when you're teaching them body parts, maybe this is the head, these are the hands, this is what and what and what, you need to tell them that some body parts are private and no one should touch them, and they should not let anyone touch them, and they should not touch somebody else's private parts. So let them know that these parts are private, very private. No one should see them naked, you know. No one should be taking photos of them naked. No one should be telling them to pose naked in any way. Yeah. No one should be taking photos of their private parts. No one should be touching them because they are private to them. And even when they go to a doctor, they can only get naked when mommy or daddy is there. Yeah. So we need to teach the kids that these are private parts and no one else should be seeing them naked, you know, except when they are showering and mommy and daddy allows the nanny to do it. Then that can happen, you know, when the nanny sees them naked. But posing naked, somebody else seeing them naked, touching them, you know, we should teach them this. They should know. Guys, it's good to know. Let the kids know so that they don't find it strange. They don't fear telling you that so and so touched me here. All right. All right. Then the third one, body secrets. Let your children know that there's nothing like body secrets. All right. So that they know whenever someone tells them, oh, this is a secret between me and you, don't tell anybody else. Very wrong, very wrong, very wrong. Let the child know that there's nothing like body secrets. Any secrets involving body parts, let them know it's wrong. There's nothing like body secrets. And if anybody tries to engage them, telling them that this is a secret between us, they should come and report it to you and say, oh, you know, mommy, or you know, daddy, so and so told me to keep a secret. It's this and this and this. Let the child know that it's okay for them to come to you to report this. And another point is that it's very good for the child to know that you're approachable. It's very important for you to be approachable. This means that whatever the child comes to you with, you will give them a listening ear. You will give them your undivided attention. They will know that whenever they come to you, you will listen to them, right? You will give them attention, whatever it is they want to say. They know that if I go to mommy, if I go to daddy and I mention this, they will listen to me. They will know that I will feel like whatever I'm saying is important to them. And sometimes I feel like this is where I fall short. And let me tell you a short story. My kids, they love each other so much, but those two can fight. They fight a lot. So my daughter is the one who likes reporting a lot because she doesn't like hurting her brother. So she'd rather come and report most of the time. So she's always coming, oh, mommy, Baraka stand this. Oh, mommy, Baraka stand this. Oh, Baraka scratch me. Baraka stand this. And sometimes she'll be reporting a scratch that happened probably a month ago. It healed a long time ago, you know. And she'll be reporting it and saying, I feel pain. I want a bandage. So sometimes it can be annoying, but it's very good I understand now that it's very good for me to still give her listening ear, to just let her know that whatever she's telling me is important, that I find it important. And then, you know, she'll find the confidence to come and report to me anything, whatever happens to her with her body, she will come and tell me. So it's very important to create that, you know, that space of confidence. You give them the confidence to come and report to you anything. Another one is to teach them how to get out of scary situations. We have to teach our children that it's okay to say no. Yeah, because most children I know find it very difficult to say no to adults. So it's very important for us to teach them how to say no. Most adults especially also find it very difficult to say no. And sometimes you'll find even children do not say no because they fear adults. It's very obvious. Most children will not say no to adults. Yeah. So if they are not able to say no, we teach them other ways of saying no, whether it's using a code, you know, having a code word where it's just you and the child who understand the code. Maybe they want to report something to you, right? Maybe you're there, they don't feel comfortable with somebody in a room. They'll give a code word and you'll understand what they mean. The code word that is just, that is just between you and the child. Another way is to maybe give them a way of, getting out of situations. They could say, if you find yourself in this situation, you could say, I'm going to mommy, I'm going to daddy, or I'm going to my friends, I'm running to my friends, or I'm going to poop, something that gets them out of that situation. If they're in a room with somebody, they will get out of that situation. And you'll find this can also happen in a school setup. Maybe the child has been called to an office. Maybe it's a girl child who has been called to an office where there's a male teacher and is there hugging her. The child could just say, I have to go back to class. I'm going to teacher so and so. I'm going to my friend so and so, or the head teacher call me, or whatever, something to just get them out of that situation, and then they can find someone to report that to. Yeah, because these things happen. We cannot bury our heads in the sand and pretend they don't happen. They do happen. It's just that the kids are too fearful to report. And we should also let the children know that it's okay to report, so that they don't fear reporting these things. We give them that confidence of reporting and telling them if they report, there is no problem. There's nothing wrong. It's not a mistake to report. It's okay to report. They should perfectly feel comfortable reporting whatever happens. So if a male teacher is busy hugging a girl child in their office alone, the girl child should be confident enough to come and report it. Maybe find a teacher or someone somewhere in the school where they can report and just say it's okay. It's okay to report. You will not be punished for reporting, right? Another thing we need to teach the children is to let them know it's not okay to accept gifts from strangers, or not even strangers, even people we know. Like I said, these things happen even with people we know. So not accepting gifts, because you'll find that, like in the school setup, and I'm talking about this so much because I know this happened to someone. The teacher, a very young girl, teacher hugging her, making all kinds of moves, and then giving her small monies like 10 bob, telling her go buy a chapati. Really? So we need to let the children know that it's okay to report, and it's also not okay for someone to be giving them money for what. So the children should be able to ask what that money is for. Why are they being given money? They're being bribed to be quiet, right? So yeah, it's okay for them to report, and then they should not fear reporting. They should not be fearful at all. And sometimes you'll find that for the children, this fear comes from the perpetrators. Most of the time you'll find the perpetrators will instill fear in them in two different ways. Sometimes it's through a threat. Sometimes they say it in a friendly way. They'll say, oh, if you tell anybody else that we play, they will stop me from coming here and I will not be playing with you again. So don't tell anybody. And the child will feel bad. The child will be like, oh, okay, I will not tell anybody. And then the child will be keeping quiet with this, and the child is being sexually abused. Another thing is through the threat, where the perpetrator is telling the child, if you tell anybody what we are doing, I will say that it was your idea and you will be in such big trouble. And most of the time you'll find this is a threat that they use, that I will tell that this is your idea. And this is why reporting, giving them, the children, the confidence to report to you is important. so that when they come reporting to you, they are not fearful. They know that if they come to you, you will listen to them, you will take every point with its importance, and you will give them undivided attention when they're trying to talk to you. So that's very important. All right. Another thing is to teach the children that a touch might tickle, or it might feel good, because most of the time, sometimes we talk to the children about a bad touch and a good touch. What is a bad touch? What is a good touch? How does a bad touch look like? So sometimes someone will be busy touching a child, touching a child's private parts, and they don't feel pain, so it's not a bad touch to them. So they need to know that sometimes the touch can feel good, or sometimes it can tickle, but it's still not appropriate. It's still not right. Anybody touching them is not right. So we need to let them know that. So a final thing we need to let them know is that all this apply to everybody. It applies to everybody, whether they are playing with the neighbor's kids, whether it's their uncle in the house, their auntie in the house, their brothers, their sisters, grandfathers, grandmothers, whoever. We need to let them know, because these things are perpetrated by people we don't expect. People we least expect. You can never know. You can never be too sure. So it's just good to impart this knowledge in the children and let them know when to raise this alarm to you. And it's just a way of preventing them being in situations of sexual abuse. All right. So I guess we're done with kids. Those were just a few points. You can add some more points in the comment section if you have any. And I've also next time we'd like to talk about the youth, adolescents, and sex. This is a very important topic to us, and I'm just hoping I could invite my auntie here. My auntie is a life coach. She coaches the youth. Yeah, she has her company. It's called Akila Life Academy. You can check it out on Facebook. So I will try to sweet talk her so we can engage her in this youth discussion. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.